So I'm down here with the special one, Kell Brook. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm very good. Nice weather in Fuerteventura. It's not been fantastic today, but hopefully we're here for a good few weeks training. So hopefully it's going to be a lot better than it is in Sheffield. Put it that way.
Absolutely. Well, we caught up just before Christmas. I know you was looking forward to your Christmas dinner, and there was all the talk about Amir Khan. Once again, it seems like he's backed the challenge. Even though you won the British title, you won the world title, you then gone on and fought Golovkin, but it's still not enough for him. I mean, I guess you just want to put that to bed now, don't you?
I want to put it to bed. To be honest with you, I've done a lot of talking about it, and I don't want to carry on talking about it. I think it's out there, out there for the media. I've done plenty of media on on the situation. I just don't think he fancies his job. Because losing to a Brit, he knows that he can't walk down the street with his head held high anymore. He's gonna be down to the floor, and because he'll just get embarrassed if he fights me. So that's why I don't think he wants it.
No. But on the plus side, once again, I think you've got the whole of the boxing world on your side with the decision to get back down to welterweight, fight your mandatory. Errol Spence, who I think is 21-0 with like 18 knockouts. You couldn't get much harder for a return. So how are you feeling about the deal now it's sort of done?
I'm interested to see all this hype about this Errol Spencer. Like I've gone on record and said, instead of giving this title up, it took me too long to get this title, and just to give it up like that, I couldn't do it. So it's gonna be a battle to make welterweight again. But I believe my team. I've got a great team behind me. In Greg Marriott, nutritionist who can get, who tell me that he can get me down safely. So I'm looking forward to the two challenges, and that's making welterweight again, and also defending what's rightfully mine, and what my greatest achievement in boxing, and that's the IBF World title. And I'm looking forward to walking out of Bramall Lane, my football club, Sheffield United. So I'm looking forward to being back at home, a packed out. It's not ever been done before like I'm gonna do it. Packed to the rafters, at Bramall Lane. It's what dreams are made of. My uncle Johnny, he took me to the Sheffield United, and he told me when I was 6 or 7 years old that one day I'm gonna be walking out at this football ground and packing it, and it's a dream come true. I'm now 30, and I'm giving him his dream, of his nephew walking out and looking about and seeing it all. This is what it's all about. This is why I'm going to go for well in training. And like I said, I've still got that hunger, I've still got that fire burning deep inside, and I'm looking forward to putting a show on and showing the world that I am the special one, and I'm here. I'm number one, and I think once I do the job on Errol Spence, I think that the Americans are going to know, because I don't think I've got the credit I deserve, and I think this is going to be the fight where what catapults me onto the number one, and up there in the pound for pound list, is the best fighter out there in the world.
Well, I was going to touch on that. I've been reading lots of comments under different videos and different banter bit, and it seems like 90% of the Americans out there reckon that Errol Spence is just going to walk right through you. I mean, have you got a message to all those crazy Yanks out there?
Them Yanks, when I boxed Sean Porter, they really go over the top, the Americans. I think it's it's well known that they really hype a job up. They really, we've had it with Jeff Lacey back in the day when he boxed Joe Kawasaki.
Yeah.
He was the best thing since sliced bread. And he come over and he got put a masterclass from Joe Kawasaki. It made him look like an amateur, and people don't realise, the real when the real Kell Brook turns up, I'm a monster, you know, and I showed that in my last fight against Golovkin, you know, with the eye injury, what, you know, put it short, but you know, no one's ever done what I did to Golovkin, and he's a big middleweight, what walks through everybody, you know, so I just think that he's going to bring the best out of me, Errol Spence, because I know he's a talented kid, you know, but nobody's seen how good this guy really is, and I hope that I bring the best out in him, and you know he's going to bring the best out in me, you know, because I wear my heart on my sleeve, and all I can say is everybody what attends that fight that night, you're going to see something special. You're going to see the fight of the decade, you know, because if he's really that good, and I know what I'm going to be coming to bring, you know, you're in for one hell of a fight. So only one winner in that fight, and that's the fans.
Yeah. We've also got a couple of questions as well. There's a group on Facebook called Boxing Banter. They've got like 75,000 people that actually belong to that, and they've got a few questions. First one up, Gareth Essex says, who at 154 would you consider moving up for, apart from Canelo and Cotto?
You know, like I more or less took this. I didn't just take this fight because of the fans, but the fans really pressured me and really wanted this fight. And like I've said and been, you know, vocal about it, that I want to give the fans the best fights, the biggest fights I possibly can give. You know, from, you know, Alvarez is a massive name at 154. Cotto is, you know, it's. I've not really. I always seem to keep my eyes on my division, so I know the welterweights: Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao, Danny Garcia. But 154, to be truthful, you know, I'm not up to date truly on the guys in that weight division. But you know, like I said, once I announced that I am moving to 154, I'd let the fans more or less, you know, pick who I'd want to fight, because that's what I want to get. I just want to give the fans, you know, majority of the fans what, the fight that they want me to be in.
Will says, have you actually been punched in the eye yet? When we last spoke, you hadn't. I've seen the recent pictures of you and your surgeon and whatever. Has that day actually happened yet?
Yeah, I've had a little spar, nothing too dramatic, but you know, I thought I'm not going to be shying away from it or anything, but that killer instinct from me is, you know, I'm back, I can see, I'm ready, and I was getting caught in the eye and in the face, you know, it's what we do, us boxers, us nutters, you know, but basically, you know, I got in there and, you know, I had no problem at all, so I'm looking forward to starting, you know, full heavy duty shots, and, you know, in the sparring with coming up in this fight.
Well, it looks like it's going to be happening on May the 27th. I saw Eddie Hearn do an interview with Kugan Cassidy yesterday. It might be a week before, or maybe even at the O2 a few days later, but it does look like Bramwell Lane is going to be the place, as you said earlier, fantastic for you to be back in Sheffield.
I need it to be in Bramwell Lane. You know, this is going to give me, you know, I've even Eddie said to me, you know, there's even more money in pot for me if I do go to the O2. But you know, it's not about the dough, it's about passion. It's about Bramwell Lane. It's about a dream coming true for me and my uncle. It's about walking out. It's about a rising. I've arrived at that on that world stage, but it's about arriving. The Americans are gonna catch on to, you know, who I am, and there's no better place than doing it at Bramwell Lane in front of all my fans, and you know, all the fans what come out to, you know, to see the fight.
Goosebumps. Lastly, Barney Bones. Now he says, can you give him a round that you're hoping to stop Errol Spence because he wants to go and put 20 quid on it?
If I knew that, I'd put a lot more than 20 quid on if I knew what round. But basically, you know, this guy's a very good opponent. You know, if he leaves himself open at any stage from the first second of the first to the last second of the 12th, you know, I'm rating him hard, and I'm not want to get rid of him. If I see any chinks in his arm, I'm coming to get him. But you know, I think you know, it's a bit disrespectful saying to Spence, I'm gonna knock him out in a certain round. Basically, it's gonna be a war. It's gonna be a chess match. And whenever that shot or them punches come, you know, they're gonna come. But all I'll know is I'll be 100% that night, on that day, on that time, and I'll be firing on all cylinders.
Brilliant. One last thing as well. Lana said, have you got a best memory, even if it's not in boxing? Have you got one thing that you look back on and it's like one of your best memories ever? I say it could be a boxing thing, or it could be anything in your personal life, something that's you look back and think, man, that was good.
I think it'd have to be my daughter's being born, or even, you know, just thinking through my mind now, like, you know, when I got back, you know, from my driving test, and they said, I'm happy to tell you, you've passed.
You've passed.
And me at 17, I was ecstatic, you know, and they're the ones, you know, passing your driving test. Obviously, you know, winning the British title in Bethnal Green, were up there. My kids winning that world title were fantastic, you know, and walking out, you know, in the Triple G fight, you know, it's unbelievable,
West,
you know,
yeah.
just looking round, and as when I was landing some shots at him, it's just like you can't get them. The chocolate brownie, sweet, extra coated chocolate brownie. So they're the memories, you know, they're the memories what I've got.
Kell, once again, it's been an absolute pleasure for you to spend a few minutes of your time, and we are going to be 100% behind you for this fight. Can't wait. All the best, man.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Cheers.